So, good morning, guys. Welcome back to Bronx Porch Homestead in Puerto Rico. That's where I am these days. I'm at David's homestead. Lydia's place is what he calls it. And it is early morning. It is the best time to get whatever outdoor work has to get done. Actually, 6 a.m. is really the best time. It's 8 a.m. I'm going to head down to where I'm helping David update the driveway fence and check things out. Just a quickie before we go down. Without much care from us, look how big the squashes are getting, and the watermelon and everything else that David has planted due to the everyday rain, because we get rain every day here now. Even if it's for like 20 minutes, it's still rain coming down. These squashes are doing excellent. Those are all squashes, and that one over there is a watermelon. First time he's planting on this slope, by the way. There's a lot of slope planting up in these hills in Puerto Rico. Agroforestry here is very big. I'm heading down over there. You could see the green highlight. We painted it green. That fence, I'll pop in a picture in here and show you what it used to look like. But now it's welcoming. It's got 2 solar lights on the top and a little color. Still working on germinating gandules and peppers. So these are 3 gandules. And I don't know. We'll see how it happens. First time I'm doing it here in Puerto Rico. So, looking forward to seeing whether it works or not. And then these are peppers that I just picked the seeds from the pepper that I had. All right, well, taking a little walk, and we're going to stop here for a second. This is going to be a new garden. And 2 of the flowers we purchased the other day, so we're doing a new garden here. This is going to be painted a nice moss green. There's a panel, a lattice, a vinyl panel that's going to go up there, and then it's going to be held by front-facing 2x4s, and that's actually to create a nice little privacy screen, not to completely block it off, but just a little privacy screen so that there is a little bit of a separation between this property and that property. And they also have something nice to look at as well, instead of, just a driveway. Okay, this is how hilly. Gotta be very careful here. Look at that, how beautiful the blue sky is this morning. And a lot of moss on the floor. Terrain here in PR, you have to appreciate very well. I am wearing hiking boots. Yep. Because first day, remember, I got bit by all those ants. Anyway, these are the new acerolas that David planted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And so that's a new addition to these that are existing. You could see them right there. See? 1, 2. There's so much vegetation, it's hard to separate them. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Actually, 8 on this side. But we're gonna come down. Look at all the nice moss on the bottom, which gets slippery, by the way, when it rains a lot. And we're gonna begin our painting. I just need the crossbars that you see that are beige. When that gets done, this project is over. Well, I can finally say that we completed one project off of David's to-do list. We painted the awful looking entrance gate a nice pretty green and beige, and we used the Rust-Oleum paint because it is a metal fence. So, and it's just 9 a.m. in the morning, but it looks good. You know, sometimes you have the right intention and then you kind of think about it more, and then as the project develops you realize, should I rethink that? So earlier I had showed you this green lattice that we were thinking of putting over by the privacy area because there's a new owner on the other side, and it would be nice to have a garden coming up the driveway. And it's not like such an eyesore or like a hey, keep out kind of thing. It's a little bit more welcoming. I am at that area now. I'll turn it around and I'll show you what that looks like. You see? So the wall was obviously put there because when the house was sold, this driveway was no longer necessary for David to use. So now David's driveway just comes up this way and then it makes a turn and goes right up to his house. Whereas here, kind of want to create like a space where it's the first focal point that you see. And the original plan was to do the face mount on the 2x4s, which is great. I mean, I could see that with any kind of screen that you put there, so that's still a go. However, yesterday we were at Home Depot and he did see a product that made me think about an alternative to that vinyl lattice that's there. It can't be wood because we're in Puerto Rico and the humidity, the hot air here would just eat up that wood. So it has to be vinyl. However, we did see bamboo fencing, very thick bamboo fencing that I know they use here. So I think once we paint the wall, that moss green that we bought, then we can step back, kind of look at it, envision, will it be better with that vinyl lattice or should we return that and then put up that bamboo fencing? So the more natural looking out here, I think the better. It's just much more aesthetically nice, and you're using bamboo so instead of the vinyl. So we'll see what that looks like. All right, this is the nice moss green that we're gonna use. Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, it soaks up a lot of paint. And then I only poured very little because the sun is so hot right now. So the reason why we are painting this wall, it is purposeful and it wasn't just thrown on. The paint I'm using is concrete paint. And how do I know? I had to ask the person in the paint department to please give me the paint for painting brick, concrete brick. These are like cylinder blocks. And so far, so good. It does look pretty. Well, first coat of paint. We still have 3 more to go. Oh, a little afternoon break. Well, I'm working on the 2x4s. So these are the 4 2x4s that are going to be put on the retaining wall, and that's going to be a front facing so we can put the screen. And you know what? I spoke to David, and we both agree we're going to return back that vinyl screen, that panel that we saw. We thought we were doing the right thing. We're going to return it back and go get the roll bamboo one. But anyway, coat number 3, and that's what that looks like. See? So those are the 2 plants that are going to go in a big terracotta plant, potter, and then the Trinitaria, which is a very famous plant here, flower plant that cascades down, and they come in all kinds of beautiful colors. So they're climbers, which I think is great because I'm going to feed it over to where the wall is so we can have a nice, eventually have a nice wall of flowers. But little by little, I'm going to take a little afternoon relaxation here. And I got my cafecito, my computer. I'm going to look for some grants for the nonprofit organization that I work for as I enjoy this gorgeous view.